This video is a brief demonstration of transferring yarn between the winged yarn guide and the tall ribbing yarn guide, as well as transferring needles from the ribber to the cylinder. In this demonstration, waste yarn is cut and removed from the winged yarn guide. Project yarn can be introduced to the winged yarn guide by feeding the yarn through the S-hook, through the split in the winged yarn guide, and fed into the needles. At the point of the project where you're ready to begin ribbing, drop the ribber cone down through the center of the cylinder and line up the green marking on the ribber with the cylinder. Once you're ready to begin ribbing, remove the yarn from the winged yarn guide and swivel the tall yarn guide into its upright position, feeding the yarn from the eyelet, then through the S-hook, as shown here, and be sure to pull back on the slack. Here's a view from a different angle of transferring the yarn out of the winged yarn guide and into the tall yarn guide. It's important to be sure that this yarn is fed above the pivot point of the latches. If the yarn slips below the latches, the stitches will be dropped. This part of the video demonstrates transferring needles from the ribber into the cylinder. This is a 66-33 ribber cylinder combination, and I'm demonstrating going from a 1x1 rib to a 5x1 rib. Once the needle is removed from the ribber cone and inserted into the cylinder, notice that if the needle is pushed down all the way, the latch will be closed. If these latches aren't reopened before accepting new yarn, these stitches will be dropped. It is best to have needles that have just been transferred out of the ribber cone to stand proud, allowing the latches to remain open. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful.